You know, I'm a child who, as a child, I was always listening to adults talking because there was a musicality to the way that they would curse, the way that they would tell stories, and as I got older, I became more enamored with those stories and with that musicality to the point where my maternal grandmother passed away last July. I spent the last 3 years of her life recording conversations with her. And she passed away a little bit before her 92nd birthday. So she had a lot of information telling me about working the counters in Arkansas when they were, you know, protesting in the counters, and just, you know, her thoughts on Malcolm X versus Martin Luther King, and what it was like growing up, you know, and being poor and after depression. It was like there was so much that she had, and I recognized that. And I always had a great relationship with my grandparents, my paternal grandparents, and my maternal grandmother. So I was always getting stories from them too. And so that helps me. And it helps ground me, and it helps me realize in many ways I'm vocalizing issues and thoughts and emotions for people who did not have opportunities and avenues to say something before. And so I'm in awe of the ability to be able to do that. I recognize the responsibility I have in doing that, and I again ensure that I'm doing it as responsible as I can. I'm responsible as I can in doing it. So there's that. And actually, the funny thing about that is that dovetails in. I was looking for a poem in my first book. I read when I went to BCCA, and I had a moment with this book by Deborah C. Willis called A Photographic History of the Black Female Body, right? And this was a book that when I was producing, I used to be a producer for the Kojo Nnamdi show, and it came through, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, yeah, we can do a show on this, but I'm also just holding on to this book you know, because I would like to have some time with this book. And so finally, when I got a chance to go away, I took that book with me, and in reading that entire book, I spent like the first 3 days just reading that book and staying in that world, and letting my anger and letting my hurt simmer and just simmer until I wrote a persona piece in response to a photograph that was in that book. And the photograph is called Untitled. It's a boudoir scene of a nude white woman and her naked black maid from the 1850s by Félix Jacques Moulin. So I'll just read that really quickly because it kind of makes sense. Because when you talk about that, you know, I worked really hard to think about how can I get this voice right, and what would this woman say? You know, looking at her face, and then that was the other part is using clues that I've just honed over time. There's a face that woman had that I've seen in my grandmother, in my great aunts, in my cousin, in my sisters, in my mother's face. I've seen that look. You know, and it was just like, you could just get to that. And so that was what I tried to do with this poem, and it's called Odalisque. He asked her, up on this couch, please, leopard skin under her bottom like she knows something of it. Tell me, take off your dress, sit here. See these breasts, how they hang? Used by they babies, not mine. These shoulders sagging so low. I work all damn day now this. She done snuck her leg under mine. Snake, you bleed like I bleed, but we ain't friends. We ain't sisters. You smile for his camera. I'm here 'cause it's my job. You take this picture, make me sit behind you, prop like that leopard skin, and you sit coy-like, pretty-like. We ain't sisters. We ain't friends. Just tell me when I can get up and put my dress back on. Be done with your foolishness. White woman, smile now. They all want you until they don't.